Revelation 1 begins, verse 1 says, The revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach, which Yahweh gave him to show his servants, things which must shortly take place. And he sent and signified it by his malach, or his angel, his messenger, to his servant Yahuhanan, known as John. This verse is very important. It's just the first, and it seems like a introduction, yet it is showing us a lot of things. For instance, it is separated in the different 4 levels of interpretation, or even 4 levels of creation. Yahweh creates first through an emanation known as Atzilut in Hebrew, then creation, Beriyah, then formation, Yetzirah, and then action, Asiyah. So Atzilut is as the thought that comes to the mind, the idea to make something new, for instance. Beriyah is the creation process of thinking how to create that which you just thought of. So an idea comes to your head, that's Atzilut, emanates either from heaven or from the enemy. The person gets that idea, and when he or she puts that idea in the heart, begins to create or thinking how to create that. So through that process of thinking how to do it, that is the second level, which is, I repeat, creation. Then comes formation, Yetzirah, which has to do with now bringing that thought process of all the things you need into the realization of getting those ingredients, for instance, if whatever it may be, or the parts you need to build whatever you want to build. And then the act of building it and using it would be the 4th level. So every creation has 4 levels, just like there are 4 different levels of interpretation in scriptures. And we see that shown here. The verse begins saying, the revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach. So Yahushua the Messiah, this is his revelation. But then it says, which Yahweh gave him to show his servants. So it was Yahweh who revealed what would happen, what would take place in the end times. Yahweh the Almighty revealed that knowledge to his son Yahushua. So the knowledge came from Yahweh Atzilut, but he revealed that by giving it to his son, the Word. Just like the mind, the will, the word, and the voice. Or even if we take it one level higher, the mind would be Yahweh, from whom the will emanates. So Atzilut would be the will. Then the word would be Beriyah. That's why everything was created through the word. Then Yetzirah would be the voice. Once the voice comes out, now we know what must be done. And Asiyah, the action of doing what was said to be done through the voice, which came from the word, which came from the thought. So Yahweh has the revelation. That revelation will be the Ruach, for all knowledge is within the Ruach HaKodesh, for instance. So the Ruach as Atzilut, which is the revelation that Yahweh gives to Yahushua. That's why it is his revelation, Yahushua's revelation. So the revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach, which Yahweh gave him to show his servants, things which must shortly take place. Because of words like this, for instance, a lot of people believe that the book of Revelation already took place, because it said shortly 2,000 years ago. So they see it in their perspective as humans who only last 70, at the most 80 years on this world. Yet the Almighty is eternal, and for him the 6,000 years of human history to him are pretty much 6 days. So it's like nothing. And they don't take that in account, in the sense that once Yahushua came, now everything was gonna begin to fulfill. And obviously, the closer we are to the end, the more things are fulfilled. And one of the reasons for that is that history repeats itself. So there has been several fulfillments of prophecies, yet at the end times all prophecies will be fulfilled at once. In many ways, of course, right? I want to make that clear. It's not like the prophecy fulfills in the same exact way. Just like there are several levels of interpretation, then the fulfillment of those prophecies are according to those levels of interpretation, meaning that 1 year, one level of interpretation may be fulfilled. For instance, the literal, which is the first, like the prophet speaks, then the literal interpretation of it is fulfilled. But then years later, there's a spiritual fulfillment of that same prophecy, going in a deeper level of what the prophecy was saying.